I'm feeling kind of like my hair looks today. A bit crazy. But hi guys, welcome back. This is my natural hair, but I just kind of am letting it have its free reign today. But you are not here for my hair, are you? Hi, I'm Dana. If you have not watched before, thank you for watching. If you have watched, thank you for watching again. Before we get going, I just wanted to remind you to please like and subscribe. It does help my channel. We're so close to 2,000. I'm going to be doing a big giveaway at 2,000 and sending out a box of goodies, all brand new products that I've got and been stockpiling for you guys. So once we hit 2K, that will be going out. So be sure you're subscribed. That's the only way you can be entered. So now let's get into this video because I know that's what you guys are here for. So today we are talking about the Purito Daily Go-To Sunscreen. If you've not kind of been up to date with the whole Purito scandal back in, I guess, 2020, yeah. Time has no meaning anymore. Days, weeks, months, years, they all run together. Anyway, that was a huge scandal because the Centella Asiatica, I will put a picture here, which I did have. It was their, I guess it's called their green level Centella Asiatica sunscreen. Crowd favorite. Everyone loved it. They had just come out with the unscented. They had the scented. I actually really like the scented. It was one of the best sunscreens out there, and it was supposed to have a SPF rating of about 50, and it was proven that it only had a SPF rating of 19. So they took all that off the shelves. They took all their sunscreens off, and obviously they reformulated. They're coming out with 3 new sunscreens. This is the first one. This is their hybrid, which means it's a organic and inorganic sunscreen, so chemical and mineral filters in it. You've got both. And then they're coming out with a purely mineral or inorganic, and then a purely chemical or organic sunscreen. So hopefully I'll get my hands on all 3 of them, but the first one out was this one, so I wanted to get this review up for you guys. So before I get into it, I guess it's important to remember and talk about the scandal that Purito did have, and it really caused a lot of waves in the community. Although it's not new, there have been scandals with sunscreens before, be it in America and France, pretty much everywhere, where the sunscreen does not meet the stated SPF rating. And that can be scary because you're counting on this maybe because you have skin cancer in your family history, or you just don't want to get burned, or you're trying to reduce the signs of aging. All of those are valid concerns, and you should be able to trust your sunscreen. So I totally get that. For those reasons, you just may be like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't need to try the Purito. There are so many other out there that I do trust. I get that. And honestly, I think a lot of us feel the same way that review sunscreens. It's just, they have to do a lot to earn our trust back. And while they are doing it, I will post pictures of the research that they've been showing. They've been showing in vivo testing. The sample size is pretty small. In this one, it said 10 people. I'm not a statistician, and I understand that like it doesn't have to be thousands and thousands of people, but I still was like 10. Anyway, that's what it is. I do think the SPF on this is going to be at least 50, if not higher. They just can't. I don't know how you would put out a sunscreen again and have that whole scandal blow up in your face. So I do trust that the SPF rating is what it says it is, but if you don't, that's, you know, totally up to you. So let's get into it though. It was short-lived with my hair down, and now I look even crazier. So this is it. We have SPF 50 plus, PA+++, so you get 4 pluses, SPF 50, which means even the SPF rating is a bit over 50. And if you see their in vivo testing, in the US, it actually tested at about 71 SPF, and then in Korea, it's a 57 SPF rating. So the reason those are so different is because different countries have different ways of testing SPF ratings, so that's why you get such a big range. But I would go with the Korea one, which is about 57, but that is over the stated 50, so 50 plus. So this is 60 milliliters or 2.02 fluid ounces, which is a little bit more than some standard kind of like K Beauty or J Beauty sunscreens, which come, I've found like usually 50 milliliters. So you are getting a little bit more, and it's roughly around the $20 mark, but I have found on Stylevana and Yes Style, it's around $16.80. So if those are places that you shop from, go ahead and get it there. Amazon also carries it, but it's a few dollars more at $18.50, but free shipping and really quick delivery probably. So that's that. There is no scent to it. Sorry, I'm looking down because I'm putting it on my finger. and there's no scent to it, which is nice for people who have allergies and irritations. Now you can see that it's kind of running down my fingers a bit. Whoa! Oh, even there too. So it is very lightweight in application. So sometimes even the 2-finger method when you put it on can be problematic just because it runs off your hand. But that is a good technique if you haven't heard of it. It's just to show you how much sunscreen you need to apply. I just have a problem when people like put it all over their face on first application, so just do it a little bit like thinner like I'm doing. This one is a chemical and mineral filter sunscreen, so you can apply it like a lot more easily than maybe a mineral one, where if you just put it all over your face you're gonna have a white cast. I haven't found this to be one of those sunscreens just because they do have chemical filters in it. And you can see how easily it goes on. That is because there are 3 organic or chemical filters in this. You have Uvinol T150, Uvinol A+, and Tinosorb S. So those are newer filters. They're not available in the US. Obviously, they're available to us, but we can't get them in sunscreens made here. FDA has not approved them yet. Yeah, we're very behind. And then it has 1 inorganic or mineral filter, which is titanium dioxide, which is what you get a little bit of the cast from. But the cast is just so minimal, it's not there forever. And I would say even for darker skin tones, it's just with a little bit of rubbing, you're not gonna see anything. So you can see how easily that goes on. It really is a breeze. I would say it's similar in consistency to the Green Level one, maybe a bit thicker, but that makes sense just because the other one was just so perfect because it wasn't doing the job that it needed to be doing. So this one can feel a little tiny thicker, but not massive. This still feels like a traditional Korean sunscreen. So the ingredient list is not that spectacular. I don't mind that though. For a sunscreen, I prefer a lot of functional ingredients and just getting the SPF and PA protection. So this one does claim to have some of the Centella asiatica extract, which is kind of, you know, that's what Purito does, and that's one of my very favorite extracts, so I have no problem with that. They also have madecassic acid, which is actually a component of Centella asiatica. So those are kind of the main ones in it. Otherwise, it's pretty much a functional product. So no problem with the ingredient list whatsoever. Now, what does it look like? What is the cast like? Well, there's no cast, like I said. You might see a slight one in the very beginning, but it's not going to last long at all. And even on darker skin tones, it's not going to be noticeable. I would say that you can blend it in pretty easily. But the finish of it, it's greasy. I would say dewy for a lot of ones that look like this, but dewy suggests something a little different. This one feels greasy on my face. It doesn't soak in. I just feel this kind of like I rubbed oil all over my face and it's just gonna sit there, which I don't mind, but I also don't love. And I feel like, especially with Korean and Japanese sunscreens, because the climate there is pretty humid, kind of like where I live in the US, they tend to not go this direction with a lot of their sunscreens, just because if you live in a hot and humid climate, you kind of know like this is going to happen to you naturally throughout the day, especially in the summertime. So I tend to kind of steer away from products like this just because I don't need more of the sheen and the glow. And this one, like I said, I don't find that it is a dewy finish. I find it's a little bit heavy and greasy, even though when you put it on, it's not that traditional like chalky heavy feel. It just doesn't seem to go anywhere. It just kind of sits on my skin, which I don't love at all. So the ways that I would wear it would be under makeup. Like for sure, this would give you a nice glowy finish on your makeup if you do wear makeup. But if you don't wear makeup, you're gonna kind of look like this all day unless you have super dry skin. And that's the other way that I would wear it. If you do have very dry skin, this is gonna be for you. Oily skin people, I'm sorry. There are a ton of other Korean and Japanese sunscreens out there made for oily skin people, but this one is not gonna be the one. And then for me, I kind of have like a section in my bathroom where it's like summer sunscreens and then winter sunscreens. And this one will definitely be going in the winter one just because, like I said, and like you can see, it's quite greasy. So that's kind of it. I should fix my hair. I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy. This is just how it is today. I did not get enough sleep, drinking my second cup of tea, and now I look a little greasy. But it's not bad. Honestly, I would give this one a rating of about a 7, And the only reason I say that is because to me personally, it's not an all year round kind of sunscreen. I can't put it on without like having to think about how if I'm gonna put makeup on over it, or if I'm gonna work out. Like, I have to think a little. There are sunscreens that I have that I can reach to any time of day, whatever the case is, whatever I'm doing, and wear it and it's perfect. This is not one of those. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for all people, but if you are the person that you want like a moisturizing, glowy sunscreen, this is the one for you. But other people, it might not be the best. So that's it. We'll keep it kind of short and sweet today, just because, I don't think it's the best one that they ever came out with. I do appreciate that they are being more transparent and that their SPF rating is higher, and actually right now is proving to be at a 50. But it's not my beloved Centella Green Level sunscreen, and rest in peace to that sunscreen. But I am excited to try the next 2 that come out. So be sure you are subscribed if you want to see more videos, and I hope to see you guys when we hit 2K, and one of you will be the winner. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.